Hey everyone, welcome to the Leaders Lounge. Of course, I'm Dawn Marie Morris. I am the curator of the Leaders Lounge, and this is the place for leaders to get all of their leadership goodness, everything to help you all to be better professionally in the workplace, and personally is found in the confines of this show. And of course, this is brought to you as an outgrowth of the World Class Training Institute, where our mission is to maximize human capital. And we do that through the delivery of leadership and professional development training programs. So please like and subscribe to this channel. Today, I'm rushing a little bit because I'm so excited. I am going to be a part of a program happening in Nashville, Tennessee on Thursday, May the 28th. And I'm talking to the host, and I believe she's one of the board members. I'm going to find out in a minute. But an amazing young lady, and she is again going to be the host of the program. It is a program about honoring the work and the walk of women here in Nashville, and we just want to share a little bit about the purpose of the program, why it's important, and other good things. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring on Miss Jada Cooke.
Hi,
Hey,
Dawn.
Jada, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Also, thank you so much for joining me. It's so good to see you.
Yes,
Now, Jada and I met briefly at another program that Timothy had, which was called Heels on Fire. And he even mentioned to me, he was like, you left early the last time I was sick that time. He did. I had like a little cold, but I made it through, and it was such a great event. And and so it's sponsored by the Radiance Dream Network. And so, Jada, before we get into talking about Lights on Her, if you don't mind just sharing a little bit about your background, your involvement in the Radiance Dream Network, and of course, Heels on Fire and Lights on Her.
Absolutely. So I am originally from Memphis, Tennessee. I moved to Nashville about 5 years ago, which honestly took me by surprise. I did not know that I was going to be afforded all of these amazing opportunities, especially with Radiant Stream Network. But I told Timothy it was very funny that a couple of days after I had just lost a Christmas pageant, he sent me a message and said, someone wants you to be recognized at this event. And at first I was like, okay, don't know exactly what's going on, but okay. But when I went to my first Heels on Fire event, just hearing all of the women's stories and hearing how they have broke down so many barriers to be exactly where they are, it made me want to be involved with them. So it did not come to surprise when Timothy asked me if I would be the professional focus strategist for Radiant Stream Network to be able to keep driving and keep wanting to help women. So the fact that this entire event, Lights on Her, came into such an amazing moment, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to on Thursday.
Absolutely. And so now you just intrigued me, because similar to you, I did not know. I've only met Timothy at the Heels on Fire, and I met him, and of course we talked a couple of days ago in preparation for this. But when I got notification, when he actually reached out to me about Heels on Fire, I'm like, who is this? What is this? Is this even real? Right? I looked it up. I was like, who is this person? And it was a really special event. Was the Heels on Fire where I met you, was that your first one, or was that your?
No.
So you were giving out the gifts at this one. Okay.
Yes. So we did another Heels on Fire event back in December. And in January, that's when he contacted me and said, the story that you told about everything that you went through was so inspiring that I want you to come back and be a professional focus strategist. I said, okay.
Right. So how did you and Timothy connect? Like, how did he even know about you?
I have no idea. I never asked.
Is he the wizard? Because I haven't asked either.
I never asked. I was like, I need to know this information.
I know. and you know what? I mean, I haven't asked either. And even when we talked the other day, it didn't even dawn on me. I guess he made it so comfortable to just be involved. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, no. And I think the mission of what's going forth through the work supersedes like how'd you find me. It's just like, oh, this is in total alignment. So I'm here. Like, what?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I even had something to do this Thursday, but I rescheduled it when he told me about this. Because again, I thought it was just so important to be in the room with all of these amazing women. So now you said you're the focused, what is it called?
Professional focus strategist.
Professional focus strategist. So what does that encompass? Share a little bit about what the Radiance Dream Network is and of course what your role is.
So the Radiance Dream Network is an organization that does want to help empower women, help them build their platforms that they're currently working on, or trying to figure out the platforms that they do want to do throughout the city and beyond. So my goal and my position is to make sure that I am basically holding people accountable, but also making sure that I'm planning different events to make sure that women know that they are heard, that they are seen, and that they can do so many wonderful things with the team that we have.
Yes. Okay. Very nice. And before I go all the way forward into what is going to happen on Thursday, I also heard you say that you were in a pageant, and I think I've seen you mention that on Facebook. But so you're a beauty pageant contestant, like career contestant.
So a couple of years ago, I actually won Miss Black Tennessee. So
very nice. Okay. Yes. Congratulations. That is fantastic.
Thank you. So just continuing my pageant journey as well as my professional work, and just making sure I'm collaborating every single thing, keeping my hands on a lot of different things throughout Tennessee.
Yeah. So was it your dream always to be a part of pageants, or had you been in some before?
Surprisingly, this was my very first pageant.
Oh my goodness. What? So did you have a coach to help you?
Nope.
Wow. Okay. What made you decide you wanted to be in it?
Honestly, my church members and my dad, they were super, they were hands-on, encouraging throughout the entire process. My dad brought it to me and my sister's attention, but my sisters are very shy, and I'm the outgoing one, so I decided to just go for it, and I ended up winning. So,
isn't that something? That is fantastic. It's something about just taking that next step, right? So sometimes we stand in our own way, and other people see who we should be or could be, and so you took the step and look what happened. That is fantastic. Okay, so now moving to Thursday, tell me kind of Heels on Fire, just for people who don't know what that was. That was an event where a number of us women in Nashville were recognized for, I'm just going to say, doing the good work here in the city. And so I think there were about maybe 10 ladies, including myself, who were recognized as a part of that event, given awards. Now, light on her, how is that similar, and or how is it different than Heels on Fire?
It does have a little similarity, only because we are still recognizing women, we are still allowing them to have their spotlight, but it's more so of we are letting them come together and making them feel as though that they are a part of a family, having them basically join our family. So what we're going to be doing, we have a whole list of things that we're actually going to be implementing for this day. And honestly, after reading all of it, I'm excited, a little overwhelmed, but very excited. Very excited for it. But a way that I've seen like a shift in it being different is there are a lot more ladies this time. It's not just 10, it's
Yes,
20 and
I
beyond.
saw that.
Yes.
I saw that. Yeah, yeah. And each lady gonna be called up?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me get ready, get ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So each lady is gonna be called up. Is each lady gonna speak like before?
Maybe so.
Okay.
So the way that I am putting everything together, I am either thinking about having two or three ladies come up at one time and then asking them individual questions and then asking them how can we help them achieve their goals in the future or even right now, to make sure that, like I previously said, that we're holding them accountable for that platform that they have put in place.
Okay, got you. Okay, so kind of a mini Q&A, which that was a part of Heels
Mm-hmm.
on Fire as well. So yeah, okay, that's good.
Yes.
And I don't. So were you a part of the recruitment of the women, or was that largely Timothy?
That was largely Timothy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Again, I'm just gonna call him the wizard because I don't know. He does it. I don't know how he does it. He puts it together somehow.
Mhm.
Before we go forward, I'm gonna just share. I probably don't have all of the women because I saw another. Somebody sent me actually another flyer that had like all of them on there. But I'm gonna
Mhm.
share this quick video that has some of them just so people can kind of get an idea of what's gonna happen. So here we go. Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because you know why? Because it's the wrong thing. Hold on one second. Here we go. When you walk into a well lit room, the energy is higher, the enthusiasm is greater, and the inspiration swells. That is what you are going to feel this Thursday at the Lights on Her event, where a room full of amazing women will be honored and celebrated and inspired to just go higher. I am delighted to serve as the featured speaker for this evening. Jada Cooke will be the host with the most, and we are going to have a delightful time celebrating the greatness of women here in Nashville, Tennessee. So meet us at Brick Church Road, the Meridian Street Cafe, where the lights will be on her. See you there. So, for people who are watching, that was again just a little, probably half of the women. That's just the video that I had. But there's another flyer out there. Like I said, a friend sent me, and I just was like, oh my goodness, I guess I gotta get my hair done. Because I was like, I did not know that this many people were gonna be there. But I just want to encourage anyone, if you are in the Nashville area, make sure to come to this event, because if you want to be inspired, if you want to feel more empowered, as Jada said, if you want to feel seen, this is a room where you're able to do it. And as I shared with him, I'm actually bringing books as well, because I told him that for some reason, I'm like, there's some type of alignment. In my book, I talk about when you lead with a servant's attitude and a servant's mindset, your light is undeniable, right? And so I know from when I was at Heels on Fire, most of the people, I'm saying most because some people I may not remember, but from what I remember hearing from people, what was at the core of their delivery to the community and to those people who were in their stead was service. Like,
Right.
They were people who had extended themselves to make somebody else's life better. And
Right.
that's what this is talking about, right? How do you, as a woman and men as well, because men, their lights need to shine, and they do shine. I'm not gonna say men, it's lights don't shine, but in both areas, I think we have a responsibility to light up somebody else's world, right? And I don't mean it doesn't have to be a big fireworks, but when you show up, your presence should make a difference. Would you agree?
That's right.
Yeah. And so that's again what I love about, I think the what I see as the underlying mission of what you and Timothy and I guess the rest of you all's team is creating for people in Nashville. Because I know I've been in business for 7 years. It'll be 7 years in November. And sometimes it gets lonely. It's like, okay, is anybody listening to me? Is anybody? It's like, and I told my kids one day, I said, I bet people think I'm crazy. Because, because you post, but I'm like, because you have to post, we have to communicate because nobody will know about our message. But for me, it's not always that I get immediate feedback or somebody, saying, hey, I understood what you said, or I felt like what you said made a difference in my life. So sometimes it can feel like I'm crazy. And I'm like, for me, that was the other piece that made me very easily give Timothy a yes, because he was also confirmation that I'm not crazy. So thank you, Timothy.
Both
oh my goodness. It is what it is. So Jada, before we wrap up, and again, thank you for taking your time out of today. I know this was kind of, we did the spur of the moment and you just showed up and showed out. I totally appreciate that. Absolutely. Before we wrap up though, share with everybody anything that you want them to know about Thursday, what they should be excited about or what they should look forward to, what they should prepare for. I think it's $15 per person, right? Or is it 15 per person? 15 per person. I think I saw is it 2 meal or 2 drink minimum?
2 meal. I don't.
2 something.
We'll check.
We'll have it posted, but it's $15 a person to get in, which is like, I mean, that's a stone's throw. That's a McDonald's meal. So yeah, come on in. But what do you want to share?
Honestly, what I can say is to be prepared for a moment where it's not just about the audience being there, but it's about the empowerment that's going to be in the room. You are literally going to feel uplifted once you step into the room, and when you leave, you're going to want more. You're going to want to be a part of not just an organization, but a brotherhood, a sisterhood. You're going to be a part of a community that is going to help you flourish in the long run. So one of the things that I will always tell Timothy every single day is the moment that I met him, he was one of the people that I'm not related to, that actually vocalized to me how much he believed in me. And he not only showed me, he not only said it with his words, but he showed it through his actions. So that's the type of community that we have been building, that we are preparing for Lights on Her, not just to shine the light on these women, but to also help them in the long run and hopefully have the women help them in the future as well.
Yeah, no, that's good. And that knowing that he believes in you and knowing that he's saying again to you, I see you and I know, I keep saying you're not crazy, but I know that what you're doing matters.
Yes.
I know that what you're doing matters. So yeah, that's very important. And salute to him for even taking the step and taking the time, because I know it's not easy to put all this together. I'm sure it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's a yeoman's work, and y'all are doing a yeoman's job. So yeah, thank you so much. As I have here, plan to attend the Lights on Fire event this Thursday, May the 28th at the Meridian Street Cafe. It starts at 7 o'clock, 7 to 9 p.m. So please come join us. And again, get inspired, feel empowered, and leave knowing that your light can shine as well. should shine, probably does shine. So thank you again, Jada, so much. Stay right there. I'm going to close out, okay? Just stay there for 1 second. All right, everybody. Again, that was Miss Jada Cooke. We are going to have the Lights on Fire event this Thursday, sponsored by the Radiance Dream Network. So please make sure to attend that event. It is going to be amazing. If you have not already, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Leaders Lounge. And until next time at the World Class Training Institute, when you are better, know that we are absolutely better. Take care.